You know, the first time I really sat down and started studying how Muslims live, how they pray, how they eat, how they talk, how they treat people, I kept thinking, man, these folks figured out something the rest of us been struggling with for years. Everybody in this world is chasing happiness like it's a lottery ticket. We spend money trying to buy it, spend time trying to find it, lose sleep trying to keep it. But Muslims, they got this calmness to them, this quiet confidence. Like no matter what's happening, bills, work, stress, kids acting wild, they still carry this steady peace. And I'm sitting there going, hold up, what do y'all know that we don't? Then it hit me. Muslims don't treat happiness like a prize. They treat it like a byproduct, a side effect of living the right way. See, most of us think happiness comes from getting everything we want, but Muslims are taught that happiness comes from being grateful for what you already got. They ain't waking up saying, why don't I have more? They wake up saying, thank God I have anything at all. And when gratitude is your first thought of the day, you already started your morning richer than half the world. I'd watch a Muslim uncle come home from a long day of work, sit on that old sofa your grandma probably threw away in 1986, sip his tea, stretch his legs, and say, Alhamdulillah, praise be to God. No fancy vacation, no new car, no $1 million lottery ticket, just peace, just contentment. And you start realizing that little phrase, that one moment of gratitude, that's their secret weapon. That's how they keep their heart soft when the world gets hard. And the wild part is, it don't matter how successful or broke a Muslim is, the peace looks the same. Rich Muslims say Alhamdulillah, poor Muslims say Alhamdulillah. You can't buy something like that, man. That's not money. That's a mindset. That's training your soul to breathe differently. You look at a Muslim praying head on the floor, body still, heart open, and you can't deny it. These people got a connection that's deeper than therapy, deeper than self-help books, deeper than all these TikTok healing gurus. It's simple, it's raw, it's real. And when you start studying it, you realize maybe happiness was never supposed to be this big, complicated mystery. Maybe we just forgot where to look. What really shook me, the thing that made me sit back and go, all right, now, something's going on here, was how Muslims stay grounded in a world that keeps trying to pull everybody apart. We living in a time where everybody's stressed out, comparing themselves to strangers online, chasing validation from people they don't even like. But Muslims, they got this rhythm to life, this structure that keeps them from drifting. And that right there is one of the biggest secrets behind their happiness. They don't leave their peace up to chance. They build it into their day. You ever see how prayer breaks up a Muslim's routine? It's like no matter what's happening, busy day, stressful day, terrible day, life stops for a few minutes, the world pauses, phones down, worries quiet, heart on reset. 5 times a day, they get a moment to breathe before the world tries to drown them again. And you got to respect that, because most people only slow down when they crash. Muslims slow down before they do. And that's why their hearts don't get worn out like the rest of ours, because they clean them throughout the day instead of waiting for the damage to pile up. And then there's this sense of responsibility they carry. Muslims don't walk around thinking life is random. They believe everything they say, everything they do, everything they think, it all matters. It all counts. And when you live like that, you don't waste time on nonsense. You don't get caught up fighting battles that don't belong to you. They focus on what they can control, pray on what they can't, and let the rest go. You ever seen someone live like that? It's peaceful, it's powerful, it's freeing. And let's talk about family, because Lord knows this world is falling apart when it comes to family. People don't sit together anymore. Everybody behind a screen, everybody distracted. But Muslims, they treat family like it's oxygen. They honor their parents. They care for their elders. They treat their kids like a trust from God, not a burden. You walk into a Muslim home and there's warmth, laughter, people eating together. It feels like a place you can breathe in. And that sense of belonging, man, that's a happiness most people don't even realize they miss it. But the part that touched me the most is the way Muslims trust God. I mean, really trust Him. Not the kind of trust where you pray for something and panic if it doesn't show up in 2 days. I'm talking about the kind of trust where you say, if it's meant for me, it will come. If it's not, it's protection. That's a different level of peace. That's a heart that doesn't break the same way. That's a mind that doesn't crumble when plans fall apart. Because Muslims believe every closed door is just God saving them from something they can't see yet. And when you think like that, tell me how depression is going to hold you the same way. Tell me how anxiety is going to beat you down the same way. It can't, because Muslims don't feel alone in their struggles. They don't fight life raw. They lean on God the way a tired man leans on a wall when his legs start shaking. And that's support knowing you're guided, protected, watched over. That's happiness you can't fake. But the biggest thing I learned is this. Muslims don't chase happiness. They chase purpose. And when you chase purpose, happiness chases you. They live with intention. They speak with intention. They love with intention. And when you wake up every day knowing exactly who you are, where you stand, and who you belong to, that's a peace no lifestyle, no country, no social media trend can steal from you. You know what really sealed it for me? It was realizing Muslims don't confuse pleasure with happiness. Most folks today chasing the next thrill like it's going to fix their heart. More money, more followers, more attention, more noise. But Muslims, they don't let the world drag them around like that. They take joy in the simple things, a clean conscience, a peaceful home, a good meal shared with the people they love, waking up with a purpose, going to bed with a clear mind. They don't try to fill the emptiness with stuff, they fill it with meaning. And when you live like that, you ain't walking around hungry for validation. You stable, you centered, you grateful. And that gratitude, it's like fuel for the soul. Keeps you steady through everything life throws at you. You can't buy that kind of happiness. You got to live it. So after watching them, learning from them, sitting with them, I realized something. Muslim happiness ain't loud. It ain't flashy. It ain't fragile. It's deep. It's steady. It's built on faith, discipline, family, gratitude, and purpose. And that kind of happiness, the world can't give it and the world can't take it away. That's why it lasts. That's why it's real. And that's why it surprised me so much, because the secret wasn't anything hidden at all. It was right there in how they live every single day.